Alrighty, guys, you saw the title, right? I bought more SoFi stock today. We're going to break down exactly where I bought, where I'm looking to buy even more, and of course, like we do pretty much every day, we're going to break down the charts, what SoFi is looking like right now. So hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and of course, make sure to follow me on X at Stas Talk Stocks. I think we're almost at 1,000. We might already be at 1,000 followers by the time you're watching this video. I appreciate you all for tuning in, as always, by the way. And yeah, let's just dive into it, guys. We have a lot to go over in this video. So SoFi is down over 2% right now on the day. It's actually down 2.3% pretty much. It's at $7.74, and that's after it was at 8.30 in the pre-market. Let me zoom in here and show you guys. We hit 8.30 in the pre-market at about 9 a.m. on the East Coast, and pretty much we've been downtrending ever since. You guys can see, from 8.30 down to about, like I said, 774, 775. And notice how yesterday we came out hot right out of the gates. You can see SoFi was at 780 in the morning. It ran all the way to 8.30. And mind you, again, we just hit 8.30. So we saw a huge run yesterday morning followed by selling. So in other words, guys, we double topped essentially at 8.30. You guys can see 8.30 yesterday, and this morning in the pre-market as well, we hit that and got rejected, which means this spot is a major resistance moving forward. No doubt about it, guys. This is a major spot for the bulls to get out of. But as of now, we got rejected. We actually have a death cross on this 5-day, 5-minute chart. We do have let's see, the 50 crossing under the 180 SMA, and we're under both moving averages. So today, guys, I saw this, and I'm like, perfect time to add to my SoFi position. So I bought more shares at $7, literally where we are now, $7.75. I bought more, no joke, just about 15 minutes prior to me making this video, and I figured, let me just make the video because I just bought more. So yeah, I bought more at $7.75, which is the first time I've actually added to my SoFi position in a couple of weeks. If you guys remember, I initially added, I believe, in this window right here. Either way, it was under $7. It was before the big run up to 1050, right? So I bought under 7. I think it was at 680, 695 was my second buy, and now I just bought more at 775. So now my average cost obviously came up a little bit, but I do plan on building out this position in the $6 to $7 window. That's always been my goal, right, guys? And if you all remember, when I initially started buying it, it took off shortly thereafter. So I wasn't really able to build it out like I wanted to because I started buying it again under 7. Then all of a sudden it was at 8, 9, it hit $10. So I wasn't going to, aggressively average up. So I played it safe, played it patiently, and, here we are. We've erased pretty much all that gain, and we're back towards where I initially started buying. So I'm like, hey, let me just add a little bit more. Let me average up. And if it starts pushing down towards the lower 7s again, under 7 especially, that's where I'm going to be buying even more. You guys can see now, we did try and break above, well, I guess we did break above the 50 SMA on the 4-hour chart, but now we're getting rejected under the 180 SMA, which we failed to break out of yesterday and, of course, today. So this shows that this is a sign that we could see more downside here before upside, potentially, as we are heading into earnings here, which, like you guys know, 6 days away on the 29th of January. We have earnings coming up for SoFi, which we're going to break them down, so make sure to subscribe, and we're going to cover the charts pretty much every single day leading up to earnings, so subscribe for that as well here, guys. As we do break down the charts, we focus a lot on the charts on this channel, so if you guys do like that type of content, this is the place for you, no doubt about it. So yeah, that's pretty much the update. I bought more SoFi on this weakness, as I do believe the stock is, just too beaten down. And does that mean you have to go and buy SoFi? No, guys. Please don't just go and follow my trades or anybody out there's trades. for that matter. Please do your own research. Understand that investing in stocks, especially more risky speculative stocks like SoFi, which I do consider more risky than other ones out there, when you're investing in things like this, you have to understand what you're doing and what you're willing to risk. A lot of people don't understand, especially when you're a beginner in the stock market, what is a good amount of, let's say you have a $10,000 portfolio or something, what would be a good percentage to risk on a more speculative stock? Some people might be like, 50%, right? All the portfolio. But the reality is, I personally wouldn't risk more than, let's say, 5% of a portfolio on a stock like SoFi. Not saying it's a terrible company or anything like that. I'm just being cautious, right? I'm still buying it. I'm still bullish, but there's a chance, as with any company out there, that it doesn't work out long term. And I want to kind of hedge against me getting screwed, obviously, long term. So we've talked about this before. I mean, SoFi, I believe in it, no doubt. I'm going to be buying it, but it's not a core holding. I'm not going to lie and be like, it's my biggest individual stock holding. It's not. But it is one that I do want on the more speculative side of my portfolio, and I'm continuously buying it, guys. Over the past couple of weeks, well, I guess not really in the recent weeks, but I'm going to continue to buy it in the $6 to $7 range. If it dips under that, I'll be buying even more because, again, I'm in this as a long-term hold. So that's the quick little update here, guys. Nothing crazy. Added more at $7.75 with plans on buying even more if it goes down even more, which we'll see, guys. Time will tell. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Have you been buying SoFi? Are you holding it? Are you selling it? Are you not in it? Let me know in the comments down below. And let me quickly look here at some other movers. What's going on? It looks like a lot of these Chinese stocks are moving today. Like Alibaba's up 7.7% out of nowhere. What's going on with Alibaba? But, even though it's up 8%, it's still clearly in a downtrend here, which looks like, who knows when this is ever going to break out? Will it ever break out? I don't know. But Alibaba's up on the day. Kudos to them for that. JD.com as well, up over 7%. This is obviously another Chinese stock, which, even though it's up 7% on the day, it's still clearly in a downtrend with really no signs of a reversal in sight. Let's see what else. Tencent, another one. TCEHY, this is up on the day, but still clearly in a downtrend. It looks like Enphase is starting to creep up a bit. Enphase is up over 3%, right around 3.5%, and it looks like it's battling the moving averages on the 4-hour chart. Looks like we're also still in this channel that I covered, recently. We probably in the last week we covered this, right? So Enphase, we have earnings coming up in a couple of weeks. Looks like here on the 6th of February, which I believe is actually the same day as Palantir's earnings, if I'm not mistaken. I believe so. Either way, Enphase at the bottom of the channel looks like it's trying to break back over these moving averages here, maybe for a shot back towards the mid-hundreds potentially. Let's see. ENPH, add it to your watch list, guys. I'm watching it very closely. And let's see what else here is moving. Hershey, which I completely forgot about, but somebody from my TikTok live last night, or not last night, but I think it was right around 3:30 p.m. Somebody put Hershey on the watch list, and, I added it to the watch list, and this is one that I'm keeping my eyes on, as it is very beaten down $80 per share from recent highs, which happen to be the all-time high, so down 30%, and we have earnings coming up. So we covered this one on live on TikTok. And by the way, follow me on TikTok, guys, at Stas Talk Stocks, and on X, by the way, at Stas Talk Stocks. We're going live on TikTok more often, around 3:30 p.m. on the East Coast. So make sure you guys tune in for those lives. If you're interested, again, TikTok at Stas Talk Stocks. I post a bunch there, guys, a bunch of short form content. And we have like 30,000 followers on TikTok, something like that. But yeah, HSY, keeping my eyes on that one. Let me see what else here, guys. Maybe that's it for this video. Yeah, we'll wrap it up here. We're about 9-10 minutes in, so that's a good spot to end it off. So hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. And by the way, guys, if you want to see me build out my private Patreon portfolio, which I've been doing for about a year now. You see all the moves, all that good stuff. Check out the Patreon. I also have a Discord. I post charts and ideas, and you have more access to me throughout the day on Patreon. So if you guys are interested in that, check out the link down below or just go to StockSurfS.com/Patreon. Really, the best perk is to see me build out my portfolio on there. And we have about 8 holdings right now. So go check it out. Link down below if you guys want to. And with that being said, I'll catch you all later.